Hey, hey, good morning, good afternoon, good night, wherever you are at. Do you expect your name to be remembered in 100 years? So there was this dude that lived a while ago. His name was, see if I pronounce it right, Evariste Galios. And he was a really brilliant young student who lived in France back in the early 1800s. And this guy loved math, loved algebra. And he he fell in love with this woman and ended up in a quarrel with some other guy who also loved the same woman. And so they came to a point where they developed a quarrel and they decided we're going to duel it out. And this guy Gallios, he sucked at dueling. Like he wasn't a dueler. He wasn't a gun shooter. And so he knew that the next day, like he wasn't going to make it. He wasn't going to pull through when the duel began. And that night, he sat down at his table and he just started writing. He just started writing all of his theories, all of the problems that he had been working out in his mind for the last couple of years. And he just wrote and wrote and wrote all night. And the next day, when the duel started, it turned out that Gallios was correct. He died. He didn't make it. The interesting thing is that all of his notes, all of his theories were studied over the next couple of years. And he contributed to a massive jump in algebraic equations. There was this huge leap in understanding of advanced algebra because of this guy's life and because he sat down that night and he just penciled everything out, even though he was about to die. And so there's this interesting idea that, one, where did all of that knowledge, where did it all come from, and how did it just pour out of him? There's this concept by Sun Tzu in The Art of War he calls death ground. It's when we put our backs against the wall where there's no other option, there's no other way. So that's an interesting concept there from his death. But the other thing is that, Marcus Aurelius, he wrote, "Everything lasts for a day, the one who remembers and the one remembered." So, how life feels now. How about think back when you were 15? How did life feel then? Did it feel like it was permanent? Like it was gonna last forever? And then you fast forward maybe to where you're at now, and you see that we only have like a really limited amount of time to do the things that we wanna do, to accomplish the things that we want to accomplish. And we have to choose between amazing and brilliant. What is it that we're gonna leave behind? And so we only have this moment now to make the decisions that will impact how we experience our life. Thank you, Jerry. So everything that we do, everything that we are, our creations, our thoughts, our beliefs, everything returns to the earth. Everything. And that's what makes this moment matter so much now, is the memory of how we impact others. And even that fades. Even that fades. So the Talmud says, "Would that life were like the shadow cast by a wall or a tree, but it is like the shadow of a bird in flight." Life is like a shadow of a bird in flight. So our lives are fleeting, very fleeting. And if you talk to anybody who's an elder and you ask them about their last 20 years and how that went, they'll probably tell you if it flashed right by. Like, I don't even know what happened over the last 20 years. And so the decisions that we make today that will inspire a change or inspire us to take a direction that will impact our future is what we have. We have this moment. And if you knew that your life was going to expire and it was going to end, what would you hope to have created with your life? What impact would you hope that you had? And this isn't for fame, but it's for meaning and purpose. In the time that we have now. When Viktor Frankl looked at the people inside of the concentration camps during World War II in Germany, the one thing that kept people alive, the one thing that people had that would take them through that unimaginable suffering and torture of living inside of those conditions, the one thing, it was the people who had a purpose. That was what pulled people through. When people gave up meaning, when people gave up purpose, their life expired. It was over. And so we want to live with the limited amount of time that we have now. And so impermanence is what gives us inspiration to do what matters now. Hey guys, I think I forgot to say welcome to Mentor Mornings. So if you appreciate this video, please hit the thumbs up button, share if you feel moved to, and also subscribe if you haven't already, and hit that little notification bell so that you get these videos every morning, Mentor Mornings, where I share the wisdom of people much smarter than myself, so that you can fuel your day and own your journey. All right, guys. Also, if you want to learn about how to move forward in a way that leaders from our past who had a great impact have, then grab the PDF that's down below in the description, because it's the 3 ancient laws that every great leader of our past has followed in order to leave an impact. All right, I appreciate you guys. I will see you tomorrow. Thank you so much for watching.